Hi, Dramione fam. I recently discovered another excellent Dramione author, and I need to talk to you about two of their one-shots that I recently read. The author's name is Neilistic, and the pieces are Heraclitus, which is a newly posted fic, and The Witching Hour, which was voted #2 on the Reddit 2024 Dramione Top Fic Survey for one-shots, and boy, does it deserve to be there. So let's first talk about Heraclitus or Heraclitus. I looked at pronunciations and both of those came up, so I don't know. It's named after a Greek philosopher. I'm not sure that this fic counts as a one-shot. I don't really know what the rules are about one-shots. Some one-shots I read are like 6,000 words and others are like 15,000. This one's about 15,000. I'm just going to call it a short story. As usual, I would have taken 150,000 more words. I guess I'd call this one fluffy, but there's a lot of post-war healing, so there's a lot of emotion. So this fic begins with a battle that takes the lives of Draco's parents and almost takes Draco's life as well. He survives, however, and when he wakes up, there's a large cat sitting on his chest. The cat remains with him through his healing, and he brings it back to the manor. He is, of course, aware that it is Crookshanks, but he's sort of in denial about it. When the chips fall, re the Death Eaters and the Wizengamot, Draco is sentenced to 5 years of house arrest. And while Theo and Pansy and Blaze are there for him as much as they can be, it's the cat that really gets him through. Although he will not call the cat Crookshanks, and instead, as he's reading philosophy in his long solitary hours, he names the cat Heraclitus. But frequently his guilt catches him off guard, and he will write a note or an apology to Granger that he never sends, until after 5 years, he finally reaches out to her with a promise of a thank you, an apology, and an explanation. So this fic is gorgeous, it's funny, it's sweet, it's literally everything we want in a Dramione, and while I don't like cats in real life, I always love a Crooks fic. Read this one today. So the second fic is called The Witching Hour, and I'm guessing it's more widely read. As I said, it was #2 on the Reddit survey. It's about 12,000 words. This one literally took my breath away and had me consistently tearing throughout because of happiness and sheer loveliness, not because of sadness. This is a happy fic. So Hermione has just given birth to Rose, who is her baby with Ron. But then she decides that she and Ron should no longer be together. This is not a Ron basher. They're just not suited for a life together. It's all fine. While in the hospital, she discovers that there's another baby that seems to be alone and is crying. Her Gryffindor heart has her nursing him and calming him, soothing him. And she soon learns that this baby's mother has passed away in childbirth, and there's now a custody dispute between the father and the grandparents. So Hermione spends her time in the hospital caring for both babies and falling in love with this other little boy until his father finally comes, and it's Draco. And he is astounded to see her there nursing Scorpius. So Hermione then takes Rose home and discovers the joys and hardships of single parenting, and I thought those details were really what made this fic. If babies and pregnancy-related things are not your jam, you might not want to read this, and that's fine, but I thought the emotions and the realities that this author captured were incredible. So tired and raw and lonely, and of course, missing Scorpius, Hermione finally reaches out to Draco, wanting her own lifeline and wanting to offer support to another single parent. He accepts, and they kind of have this tentative meeting, and then they just begin the most absolutely gorgeous friendship that grows into trust, that grows into reliance on each other until they're literally living together. Their declaration of feelings and then their physical coming together was just fucking beautiful. Like no other words needed. If you haven't read this one, read this today. Okay, so that's all. So as I said, I'm in the process of reading a whole bunch of one-shots so that I can make a top 10, which is proving to be incredibly hard because comparing one-shots is like comparing apples and oranges. So many of them are also so good. If you have a one-shot to recommend that you want me to consider, please put it in my comments. I'm a one-shot consumption machine right now. I love them. They're so good. They're also different. My goodness. Anyway, I will see you next time. Bye.